God, when I talk about it, I get goosebumps really bad. It's intense. When you are bullied, you also feel like you're alone. You feel like um, no one else goes through it. Like, I don't know. You feel alone. You feel like no one else is going through the same stuff you are, and no one would understand. But like, and it's good to know that. I mean, it sucks to know that other people are going through it or have gone through it because it's not fun. It's not fun at all. Like, it sucks. Like, I mean, you contemplate your life all the time. You don't know why, like, you're here. You don't know your purpose. You don't understand your purpose. It's just, I don't know. It's just a lot. And it's a lot. And I don't know. Like, haven't been that lucky to have a bully even apologize to me. I had never had really anyone apologize for saying what they said or anything like that, or even feeling bad, or even feeling remorse. I mean, half the people that bullied me are now have like these great lives. They're married or have kids and they have families and homes. Like, I mean, it literally doesn't affect them at all. And that kind of sucks too. It sucks to know that, a victim of bullying is still like dealing with so much crap. And life kind of stinks right now. Like, kind of struggling, when you're struggling, but then all these people that were so terrible in school, I mean, they have the life, they're in love, they're married, they have kids, whatever. Here I am in a 2-bedroom apartment I can barely afford, working 2 jobs, trying to get back into school, and it's like, I mean, that's life, whatever, but it sucks seeing people that were so cruel and vile growing up happy. I know that sounds really bad, and I know it does. Like, I would never wish anything bad upon them, but it just sucks to see it. I just wish I understood why nice people have to deal with this stuff all the time. It's like being tested. I've been tested literally my whole life, almost every day. It'd just be nice to get better, I guess. I just don't want anyone to feel like that they're not worth or deserving of life just because people want to be jerks and pick on you. Because if they're picking on you, it's because there's something going on in their life that's making them either hate themselves or feel like they don't have any control, so they want to control something, and that's like picking on you or whatever. And it's like, I don't know. I know so many people, so many teens, so many kids, they kill themselves over being picked on, or they attempted at least, and it's sad. Like, it's so sad. I've been picked on literally my whole life. I can't think of a time, an age, or grade I was in school where I wasn't picked on. I'm 26 years old and I'm still picked on by the people I picked on in high school. Like, seriously, the people, not all of them, but a good handful of the girls who picked on me in high school still do to this day, and I don't get it. We are almost 30. Almost 30. Like, what are you doing? Why are you still getting some weird, sick pleasure out of picking on people? I literally haven't done anything. It's just how it is. Bullies go for those who seem weak and know that we're too nice to stick up for ourselves. Everyone knows I am terrible at sticking up for myself. It's just not something I'm good at because I don't like arguing and I don't like confrontation. It's just something I can't handle. I just can't do it. And they know that. they know that they can do whatever they want to me, say whatever they want, and I'll keep my mouth shut. I always have. And it's just, I don't know, it's a really bad trait that I have, unfortunately. I think the worst was definitely high school. Middle school wasn't, no, maybe it was, no, it was middle school. Yeah, it was middle school, okay. Middle school definitely is where it was the worst. Just didn't have a lot of friends. I think I had like a handful of them. I kind of just kept to myself. I loved school, so my grades were always good. Middle school was it was just bad. All the names you can think of. I got spit on. I think the biggest thing that really did it for me, where that was the first time I was just like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't be on this earth. I never did anything, because like I said, I don't have the guts to do that. But it's the first time I ever thought about it. Back when I was in middle school, which would have been like 2001 to 2005. Because like it was, 2002 to 2005. Wait, something like that, yeah. So, you know, preteen up to 15. Back then, MySpace wasn't really around yet, and we didn't have Facebook. We had something called Xanga. I need to pronounce it. It was Xanga. That was what everyone had back then. Everyone had one. It was basically MySpace when MySpace came around. So Xanga. Someone made a website on Xanga, and it was literally just a trash website making fun of all of the popular kids. Like, they categorized all the popular kids in just, like, the fakest one, the meanest one, all this stuff. Like, it was pretty mean. I had never seen it until the day after it was made. I had so many people coming up to me, threatening to kick my ass, all kinds of stuff for this website that apparently I made. And I was like, I literally have no idea what you're talking about. Like, I literally did not know what they were talking about. So, finally, like, that day, I got spit on, people were throwing me against the wall, telling me they were going to kick my ass, and, like, I was so scared. I had no idea what was going on. I had no idea. And so, I can't remember who showed it to me. It was a friend of mine was just like, you need to see this, and they showed me the website, and it was literally just, like, lists of this person was given each popular kid, like, a nickname, or being like, oh, this was the most skankiest one, blah, 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 whatever. And for whatever reason, people thought it was me. I'm just like, I don't even stick up for myself when you guys make fun of me. What makes you think I have the blady balls to even make a website, like, attacking you guys? Like, it made no sense to me. Like, I still don't understand how I got blamed for something like that. Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. I got home from school that day, and I told my mom, and, I mean, she didn't know what to do, you know, because the internet wasn't really big when I was growing up, because the internet started getting bigger once I hit middle school. I mean, elementary school, no one really got on the internet unless they were getting on, like, DisneyChannel.com or Nickelodeon.com to play some video games. That was about it. And then middle school came around, and that's when Xanga came out. I think that's when, like, chat rooms were really big, too. Like, that's when chat rooms were pretty popular. That was kind of it. Other than that, no one really cared. But Xanga was what we had, and that was everyone had one. I had one. I mean, you know, like I said, everyone did. So I get home, I go to the website myself, because earlier my friend showed it to me, because we didn't have cell phones back then. Not really. So she had showed it to me at school, because oddly enough, that website wasn't blocked from our school computers for whatever reason. So I got home myself and looked it up. And, you know, when I was in middle school, my mom had a rule. We had, you know, back then it was dial-up internet. We had dial-up AOL. I remember this. I remember so much. We had dial-up AOL, and the rule was me and my sister both got an hour on the computer a day after school. That's all we had. So it's like, one, that ain't enough time to make a website. Like, it's just not. And my mom checks the history every single day. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. So, I go to the website myself. And the person that made it was pretty mean. I was just like, ooh, even I wouldn't say stuff like that. And like back then, I had never said a curse word. I seriously was always against cursing. I had never said a cuss word. Like my friends would be like, oh my god, we gotta get Sierra to say a cuss word because they thought it was the coolest thing ever if I ever cursed in front of them. Because I have this innocence to me that everyone thinks that I don't do anything, which I don't, but like, I don't know, it was weird. Like everyone was just like, oh my god, we gotta hear Sierra say a curse word, and I refused to do it. And now I kind of do it, you know, just, I don't mean to, but it just kind of, it's a good way to emphasize stuff. But, so this website had all these curse words, and these people knew I didn't curse, like I just didn't. It's just not something I did, I just didn't care to, I thought it was stupid. So, then you just see all the kids that are being talked about on this website commenting, being like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, whoever made this website and kick your ass, blah, blah, blah. And one person was like, I bet it's Sierra Alexander, and just like, everyone was just like, oh yeah, and they started making fun of me. I'm like, what the hell? I don't understand. Like, why would you think I would do that? Like, I don't have the time to do that, nor did I have the guts, the balls. I don't get it. I'll never understand it. I'll just won't get it. The website thing was an issue for like a couple weeks. I think eventually it got deleted or something because they got reported enough or whatever. I'm never going to know who it was. But the fact that it got blamed on me kills me. Like, why me? Of everybody, why me? Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't know why I would do that. And like to this day, half the kids that are on that freaking website, they either have me on Facebook or Instagram or something. They have me on something. Like, why? If you literally thought I made this website about you and I had that kind of time, why would you even bother seeing what I'm up to? Like, oh my god, that was just, I got spit on because of that. People kept threatening to kick my ass in the hallway. Like, it was bad. Here's the thing about bullies. They don't remember they don't remember their victims. They do not remember. Like, they had multiple, they're not going to remember your name because they didn't care to know your name. They just wanted to pick on you. I mean, because high school was I graduated 6 years ago. So high school was, almost 10 years ago when it started, whatever. So, like, half the people that bullied me in high school, they don't even remember. Like, I'm going to remember that for the rest of my life because it sucked, and I cried over it, and all this other stuff. They're not going to remember because they didn't, to them, it was just fun. Like, bullies, half the time, don't even remember their victims, and they really don't. Like, I just think it's funny because there was a couple girls and a guy who made my life hell in high school, and they don't even remember. Like, they've tried adding me on Facebook, and they've tried talking to me and just trying to see how I was, and like, hey, we should hang out and catch up. I'm just like, do you know who I am? And they'd be like, well, yeah, you're Sierra. I'm like, do you remember not making my life hell in school? And they'd be like, what are you talking about? I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, that dumbfounds me so much that they didn't even remember hurting my feelings. That goes to show how careless bullies are. Like, they're very repulsive. They do it now and just don't give a shit. That's basically how it is, and that's really sad. But that is how it is. A guy in particular, he was pretty bad in high school. He was just mean all the time, and he randomly added me on Facebook, was just like, oh, how are you? We tried to have a conversation, and then he got all sexual. I'm like, what are you doing? And he was just like, well, I think you're cute and you're attractive and we should hang out. I'm like, do you know who I am? And he was just like, well, you look familiar. I'm like, yeah, you bullied me so hard in middle school and high school, but now you want to hang out with me? And he was like, oh, I want to apologize for how I was when we were younger, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you don't even remember it. So how can you apologize for something you don't even remember? Like, I don't get it. I am such a nice person that I literally forgive everybody. It's just what I do. I don't like grudges. I don't like anything like that. I just don't like to dwell. Yeah, this bullying crap is always going to be in my brain because it sucked and it happened for a good half of my life, and it's still happening now, unfortunately. And what's funny to me is the girls that pick on me now that we're almost 30, They were people I was friends with back in middle school. Like, we were all the unpopular kids. You know, we were the weirdos. We liked anime, played Pokemon. The list goes on. We were the weird ones because we liked to do that stuff. And, like, we got along really well. And then, I don't know, high school happened. I guess they were afraid to still like what they liked. And so they changed who they were, or faked it, whatever. Got new friends. I don't know. And then all of a sudden, I was just the target. I was one to make fun of because they knew my secrets. They knew a lot about me, so they had a lot of dirt. They knew how to hurt me. It's so weird. I don't understand it. But these girls, I was friends with at one point. Like, I was there for them when they had no friends, because that's what I'm saying. We were weird. We didn't really have anybody else. Like, there's these two girls in my mind right now who both were just like me. They were nerdy. No one found us attractive because we were weird, liked weird music, liked the weird bands. We dressed funny, you know, whatever. And I was there for them. I was their friend when no one else was, you know, whatever. And then, I don't know, like, I don't know if it was like they both got their ego boost because boys started noticing them or whatever. I don't freaking know. It's just, it's weird. And now these two girls are actually friends now. They weren't friends back then. Like, I was friends with both of them, but they didn't know each other, but now they're friends. Like, it's weird. They both make fun of me, and that's just lovely. It's just great. But it's, okay, so middle school and actually the beginning of high school, we were friends and hung out a lot, actually, a lot. And I know a lot about them. And secrets and shit. And I still haven't told anybody that stuff because it's like, I don't believe in fighting fire with fire. You might pick on me, but I'm not going to come right back at you. Like, I'm not going to do that. And it's just, I don't know. Girls are so weird. Girls are shady. That's why I prefer guy friends. I grew up having only guy friends because they don't, I mean, like I said, I was a tomboy. I was into basketball. So all I wanted to do was play basketball and freaking Tony Hawk on the PS2. That's all I cared about. That was it. So I got along better with guys. Just how it's always been for me. And that's fine. I don't care. But these girls like the same stuff I did. So I thought it was going to work out. And it did for like a year. Maybe almost 2 years. And then they both just, I don't know, randomly became not like popular like the jocks or whatever, but popular like, and they were like the popular ones of the little friend, like the little clique people put us in. I don't know, it's weird. Like, scene became a thing like right after I met them, and they were just like decked out, and it had the, you know, the teased hair and learned makeup, all this stuff. I don't wear makeup to this day. I wear mascara. That's what I wear, and that's all I wear. That's literally it. I don't know how to wear makeup. Didn't back then either. Just not something I know how to do. Yeah, like, I was friends with these girls, and I never thought we would be where we are right now, to be honest. Like, I don't know. Like, one of them even showed up to my 21st birthday party. You know, I'm graduating from high school. She was still in high school, I think. I don't know. I had graduated 2 years prior. 1 year prior. I graduated when I was 20, I'm sorry. 21st birthday. Me and her hadn't spoke in at least a couple years because, like I said, she became popular or whatever. So we just didn't talk because she went all batshit or whatever. And she showed up to my 21st birthday party. And it was weird for me because I was just like, why is she here? She didn't speak one word to me. She was there to hang out with some of my other friends that were there because they were all smoking weed or whatever, so she had to come for that. I don't know. But it was just weird. It's weird to be in front of someone who you used to be friends with. You had sleepovers. You talked about boys. And then now you're nothing. One picks on the other and makes the other miserable for no freaking reason. So I don't know. She comes to my birthday party where we're just having pizza, playing Twister, whatever. Some of them are smoking upstairs. And it's just weird. She didn't say one word to me at all. About a couple months later, she went off. Like, she was so pissed at me. To this day, she still has me blocked on everything. Literally everything. And that was almost 4 years ago. Has me blocked on everything. she like literally goes insane. And Tumblr had just became a thing, and she made this post on Tumblr where she was like, her hit list or whatever of people she would get killed if, she could. And it was all celebrities besides me. I was her number one on her hit list. It said hit list, Sierra Alexander, and there was a couple more, but they were mostly like celebrities or just like bad people that were known around the world. And I was like, what the hell? Okay, that's fine. And I didn't even know about it because I didn't have her on Tumblr because I really didn't even understand Tumblr back then. But someone else saw it that was friends with me, and they showed it to me, and I was like, this is so stupid. Like, okay. So, I mean, there's that. But after that, honestly, it died. Like, I haven't really. She hasn't said anything about me that I'm aware of because, like I said, that was almost 4 years ago, and she's blocked me on everything, so she doesn't know what I'm doing. I mean, so from my knowledge, it's stopped for now. But she hangs out with one of the girls that still says stuff about me, so I'm sure. I don't know. Girls are they're too much. Bullying sucks. Like just don't. Like I don't know what else to say, but I want to say it's gonna get better. I mean, I'm sure it will. I'm sure eventually people will just stop. I mean, I don't know. With the internet, probably not. But cyberbullying, which is a huge, huge issue on its own. Before the internet, I mean, yeah, I still got picked on in school really bad. But when the internet came out, it definitely got worse. Because a lot of people won't say anything in person because they don't know what you're going to do. They don't know if, like, the victim is going to lounge at them or try to kick them or hurt them or whatever. They don't know that. But on the internet, you can kind of do whatever you want, I guess, and you feel like you're unstoppable. You feel like you're invincible. The bullies do. They feel like they can say whatever they want and nothing's going to happen or whatever. Like, I don't know. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've seen people randomly tell me to kill myself because they disagree with me. Like, why would you ever tell someone to kill themselves? Like, you don't know what kind of day that person is having. Like, you telling them to kill themselves could be that little push they need to actually do it. Like, they could already be on edge because they've just had a bad day or a bad week or a bad year or whatever. And just you saying those words could just finish it. Like, people don't understand that, and I'll never get that. Like, why would you ever tell someone to kill themselves? Like, I don't get it. Like, they'll be like, oh, I was just kidding, and it's not my fault they actually did it. Like, are you serious? Like, I don't get it. Like, I see it all the time on the internet where people are just like, oh, kill yourself, or whatever. I'm just like, stop. That's the stupidest thing I think I've ever seen, is people be like, oh, kill yourself. Like, okay. Like, the first time I ever read that, it was back in middle school. It wasn't you should kill yourself, it was just like, what was it? Something like, it was more along the lines of, like, I hope you die, or no one would miss you. Stuff like that is what I got told, which is still the same thing as kill yourself. And the first time I ever read that, I mean, I didn't know how to react. I didn't know how to feel. I was just kind of like, I mean, okay. Like, your brain is just like, well, should I? I mean, is that going to solve this issue? And sometimes you feel like there's no way out besides that. Look, Loki. Like, sometimes you feel that's the only way to get it to stop. But, I mean, I'm just being honest. Sometimes that's just how it feels. Like, that's the only way that you're going to make the bullying stop, as if you no longer have brain activity, I've been there. I've felt that sometimes, and it's not fun. It's not at all. And I don't know. Bullying can happen from strangers. It can happen from friends. It can even it can definitely happen from family. Like, I've had a family member tell me to kill myself. That was lovely, and that still gets me too. So, I don't know. Just bullying is just not. It's just pointless. Like I don't know. I just I don't know. I wanna give you hope. I wanna say that it'll stop eventually. It's all just gonna stop. People will grow up. People will just forget about it. Whatever. I wanna say that, but personally, I haven't seen it. Not in my life. It hasn't stopped for me. I mean, I have a couple old bullies who still bully me, but then I still get new ones. Like I get new ones almost every day. Like if one person disagrees with you or they don't like how you think, they attack you. They come after you. They'll talk about your appearance, or they'll talk about where you work, or they'll say that you're worthless. Like it goes on, and it's so bad. It's just hope would be nice. I don't know. Can I hope? I guess.